Hey guys, it's Chris.
And Stephanie.
Back once again from Central Station Toys.
I don't know why I'm laughing already.
That gonna be an episode?
Yep.
Alright, we're coming for you from Central Station Toys in downtown Cleburne, Texas. Talking Lego Masters once again.
Yes, that was exciting. Episode 5, the Mega City.
Excellent.
Yes.
You know, they gave away one of the big shockers in the previews. And I was waiting for it to happen in the episode just to kind of see where it happened.
That tumble?
The tumble.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a tragic tumble. But just the fact that they showed it in the previews, I had a feeling that they were going to save it somehow. But we'll get to that. Since they did it in the previews, we'll say it at the beginning of that episode as well.
Well, okay. So that literally hurt.
It hurt.
Like, I think that hurt a lot of us.
It hurt. It like even Mel, you know, that was trash talking with them the whole time.
I know.
He was like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I know. And they were even looking. He's like, don't run into him. Oh, you look this way, it's over here. Oh my heavens, what the heck happened? Oh.
But to have a build like that.
And where was the broom? I would be like, go, 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 go.
It'd be like what is it?
Oh, that Olympic sport.
Yeah. I'm going blank on it.
Darn.
Curling.
Yes.
Yes, and a curler out
That's
front.
what it's going to be. Lego curling. That's a new sport. I think we could put that in the Olympics.
To move everything.
What do you think?
I
think so, right?
Get it going. Yeah.
All right. That's going to be a new thing on the show. My goodness. Oh, man.
Glad they're done filming because they could have added it in now.
Well, we can make a shirt.
Okay. Lego curling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely do that. Okay, so they had 15 hours to build part of this mega city, and they had a great start. As far as the other buildings looked awesome, and they had a lot to kind of go off of. I loved the glass buildings. That was awesome. Let's start with Boone and Mark.
All right.
They did the food cart tower, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, first round they had to build the city.
Yes.
And they came up with that idea for Joe's food cart, I think is what it was.
Pops,
that's what it was. And it was a food cart that was built that came around in
60s.
the 60s and just became so popular that they built a big tower around it with all kinds of different foods available. And so they came out pretty good with their initial.
It was very
build.
creative. I loved like the pizza there. I mean, everything was just so beautifully placed. I really loved it.
So then Mel and Jermaine, they did the Winter Plaza, which was a really creative build. I mean, they had a lot of stuff in there, but they had that big glass building, and the glass building they didn't finish, and so it was still empty on the inside.
Okay, yes. That definitely needed people, furniture, something inside so it didn't look like some gigantic sculpture in the middle of the city that had nothing in it.
Yeah.
You had an idea about that, how they could have saved that, and I liked that idea.
I was thinking when they were running out of time, if they would have just put up like guys in construction hats and stuff, and put in some ladders and stuff really quick, it could have been like a building still under construction to save it a little bit.
Take out one chunk.
Yeah.
We're almost done, but not quite
windows,
there.
have some guys in there working on it.
Yeah, that would have been a good save. I definitely like that idea. And then Crystal and Amy had the Cyberpunk City.
That was impressive.
It was beautiful.
When they first started, it was all black, and they kept saying, "Oh, it's going to look impressive with all the neon." And I really was
like, I hope so.
I hope so, because it's all black right now. When they put that up there, it was like, wow, that does
that's really cool.
Pop out there.
But that was totally their style, because that's the way they do things. Yeah. And it really was like, I thought it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sam and Jessica had the Fairytale Tower.
Yes.
I liked it. I did feel badly, though,
Yeah,
when that shoe fell.
They ran out of time.
They ran out of time.
That shoe fell, and it was just they didn't quite have it where they wanted.
No, and then the lady in the shoe, they were like, okay, that looks like a shoe, and I'm like,
yeah,
not quite. I guess if you squint really, really hard or cover your eyes, then it would. It wasn't horrible. I should say that. Now I feel challenged to build a shoe. Just to see like how difficult that really is, you know?
I couldn't build a shoe, I know that. So.
You're not gonna comment on that. Okay, but I did think, that vine going through the middle, it was beautiful. The leaves were beautiful. The people like interacting with it was beautiful. It was really, the concept of it was absolutely amazing. And you think 15 hours to do something like that, you think that it's a long time. But when you have that many details to do, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, Flynn and Richard had, I called it the Seasons building, but they had the winter and the forest. I love that. The colors.
Yes.
They were very eye-catching. I really liked the colors. What else did you like about theirs?
So the different themes on the building. So I know they criticized some of the others for their theming not working. But even though they had several different things, I guess it was all into the same theme with the winter and
they had
the pond and the
I thought it was really creative. I still can't forget their clock. But that shows how creative they are.
Yeah.
They really okay, let's move on. Tyler,
I will say with theirs. So
we're going to Flynn and Richard, right?
So Flynn and Richard with theirs, it's still, there were several that benefited from the twist this time, and there's one that benefited from the twist.
Definitely.
So okay.
Tyler and Amy
had this incredible emergency building that used all kinds of, as they said, trigonometry and everything, and the way it all tied together.
That was amazing.
Well, they had fire,
basically you built the
police,
same thing.
and hospital, basically, and they all twisted together up. It was the mega emergency complex. That's what so.
When they first drew it, I thought, how in the world are they going to pull that off? The whole thing is just going to tumble. But they put it on, they centered it on that pole that they built. It was beautiful. And they could build the same thing over and over and attach it and then just rotate it. Yeah. It was amazing. And it not only did it look beautiful, it was actually very simple, but it looked beautiful and it functioned. It stayed together. It stayed together. It was beautiful. Yeah. It was beautiful.
And then Christian and Aaron had this incredible 14-story building.
With an elevator?
With an elevator. And
a working elevator.
Because the building next door is being worked on. They had the construction stuff with the building next door. It was being renovated. And
it was a sustainable city.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
It was. And they were talking smack with Mel and Jermaine.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay. Maybe they just got bored or something. I don't know. It was funny. I thought it was funny. And everybody loves a little of that.
It was all done
out of fun.
So on a side note, I saw an interview with Mel and Boone Beyond the Brink. They were interviewing them, and they were talking about what had happened on the show so far and everything. And they just said that they have all stayed friends. They all became really close.
Yeah.
And it was such an incredible experience. And all the stuff that Will Arnett does. They said he does stay there the whole time joking with them. He said because it's not, you're in a 16-hour sweatshop, and he brought a lot of levity to it. So Will Arnett is there for a reason.
breaks up the
monotony and the And so I think that's where that kind of comes in, is like they're just going at it. It's like, oh my gosh, I need a break. And so then they start talking trash about the other people, and it's done
and
fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. It's not done to me.
And then we'll go with them. We talked about it a little bit. I thought they were going too fast for how tall it was.
2 minutes left. They have to get their bill back to the city. And they say, we don't want to trip on any bricks. Make sure there's none there. And right then, they hit a brick and the top just went.
And you see it in slow motion.
They caught the
middle.
They caught the middle section, but the top section was gone.
You're trying to catch hundreds of bricks with your bare hands. Like, it's not gonna happen.
They had that happen. Sam and Jessica, they were moving theirs, and they lost the Cinderella shoe that they had built.
Yes.
Mel and
So
Jermaine were
much.
having issues getting some of their stuff together, so there was lots of challenges when they got it there. And it really comes down to it. If that was the end, I think Crystal and Amy had a good chance of winning.
Yes.
And Boone and Mark, I think, had a good one. I think those were the top two at that point.
So then, after the mishap of
And the breakdown and the
but I really loved that, the way they took care of it was just
everybody had compassion for them. Everyone was like, because they said they want to win against
even
them.
the judges were like,
they also.
or I guess I don't know, are they judges?
They're the judges.
Mentors and judges.
Yeah, but they're the ones judging it.
But that was painful. That was very painful. Okay, so after that happened, we come back and it is there's a twist.
They have 4 hours to add a monster aspect to it.